Hello YouTube watchers, it's Ronald Poche here. Wanted to do a quick review of my fishing kayak. It's a Tamarack 10-foot angler by Lifetime. Main thing that I like about this kayak, it's very stable. I never felt the need for any stabilizers to be added to it. So here we go. Up in the front we have a bungee system here that I never really used for anything. I have my ice chest that I use to keep my catch in. This is just a 16 quart Coleman ice chest that I removed the telescopic handle and the wheels, and then it fit perfect in my little flat crate here. And I put this bungee cord that I can hook to this J hook, and it's real simple to put fish in and out with a little block of ice that I freeze. This holds a pretty good amount of fish. This is my little crate. It's just a regular flat crate. I kind of took a hacksaw. You can cut right through that plastic like nothing, and I just kind of modified it to fit on this ridge. They originally had a beverage holder underneath this crate, but I didn't need that, so I mounted the crate to here with bolts, stainless steel bolts and nuts. And I also mounted my fish finder to it. I've seen in other videos where people had mounted it to their hatch cover. That was a good idea for sure, but I didn't want to lose access to my hatch cover. I wanted it to be easy, so I mounted it to my crate here. It's just, I have a Garmin Striker 4, and you can see how I just mounted it with 2 bolts. And of course you have to mount it in that exact spot on the crate, so when you have the fish finder on it, you can still open up your hatch easy. And then this came with the fish finder. So I drilled a hole for my transducer and power wire to go in, and I siliconed it good, and it's good to go. Have my paddle leash here, and that little hook right here that came with the kayak. That's what I have my stuff leashed to. Also, I wanted a paddle holder because I don't like the paddle to go sideways with the kayak. All this is basically is, I guess you call this hot water PVC pipe. I think it's 1/2 inch. And it's just a collection of little end caps and T's and reducers, and just kind of just put them all together and tinkered with it until I got it the perfect height. And I think this whole setup might have cost me $3, and I'll have it anchored to my crate. And of course the kayak comes with this Scotty mount, which I never thought I would use, but now that I use it, I love it. Comes in real handy. This leash goes to my coffee thermos. I gotta have my coffee on the water. This little thing here, I bought this at AutoZone. It's made by Rubbermaid. It was a little higher, but I had trimmed it down to fit in the existing drink holder. And what I did, I put some super glue, and I just kind of smashed it in, so now it doesn't move. And have a beverage holder now, and then I have a couple of little extra cubby holes, whatever, for lures. Like everybody else, reading reviews and watching videos on this kayak, I immediately went and bought another upgraded seat. The seat's actually still sitting on the shelf after almost 2 years, because I never really felt the need to upgrade yet. I never had a problem with this seat. I did add this 1-inch foam hunter's cushion, and ever since I added that, I never felt the need to upgrade the seat. Kayak comes with these 2 rod holders. I don't use them for the rods because me and vertical rods don't get along. I'm always catching them, so I have to put them sideways. You can see I added these bungees. for my rod, I just stick the rod butt in there, and then in the middle ways have these bungees. This bungee was actually here when I bought the kayak. This is where you're supposed to put your paddle, but it works good to secure my rods. So I added one to this side. You can see how I got the little loop I made. And then for the tip, to protect the tip, this is called a zigzag cleat anchor. I cut it in half and I mounted each half on each side so it protects my rod tips. That works perfect. My front hatch, I'll explain that J-hook in a minute. I have, this was an Ozark Trail. It was a little tackle box with this is tackle bag actually, and it had three little plastic totes for your lures. I took those out and I added these snaps. And what I like about this, it has this front pocket which very securely holds my Striker 4, and it protects it during transport. And I just use this bag for a Bluetooth speaker, wet wipes, snacks. And that's all I keep in my front hatch. Getting to the back, this is all the tackle I carry. I wanted a big crate with all the tackle totes like everybody else because I thought that looked cool. But I've been fishing all my life. I pretty much know exactly what I'm gonna fish with in a day's time, and at the end of the day I didn't feel the need to carry 10 colors of 100 different lures. So this is basically my tackle box. In a second's glance, have all my panfish lures and gear. Bottom half, all I need for bass. And that's all the tackle I carry. It's more than enough for me. I have it leashed down, of course. My back hatch, I carry this little waterproof box I bought from Walmart for I think $8. And I just carry my insect wipes, a couple of little first aid items. Then my battery that I use for my fish finder, it's just a Berkeley. I bought this from Academy. What I like about this, it comes with a home charger. You could just plug it into any electrical socket to charge it. It has a little button here you press, and when you press it, it lights up and tells you the strength of the battery. It also has a UBS port to charge your phone if need be. And I didn't have enough power cord for that came with the Striker 4 fish finder to get all the way to the back where I wanted to keep my battery. So what I did in the automotive department at Walmart, I picked up this set of I think it's called electrical leads, and it's just got the little alligator clamps on both ends, and it's a 30-inch set of wire. So I just cut the clips off the other end and spliced it to the original factory wire of the fish finder, and I gained 30 inches of wire, which is more than enough for my battery. And I just set my battery in that little trough, whatever, at the bottom, and it's good to go. This is what I carry my drinks in, because I gotta have my drinks when I'm on the water. That is soft drinks, that is. It works good. I got it leashed down, and this little crate here I picked up at Big Lots, I think, for $3. I got it tied down with bungees, and it works perfect. It's in arm's reach. And that's pretty much all I have in the back of my kayak. Transducer. I've seen many great ideas. This was my take on it. I think this is 1-inch PVC pipe. It's just a little length that I cut with 2 elbows and a T in the middle, and you can see how I bolted it to the end of the pipe. My transducer with 2 bolts. I kind of had to modify the bracket a little bit, as you see where I cut it, but it works perfect. And when I get in the water, I just set it in the rod holder. And what I did, the reason it's teeth here is to give it that extra little lift so I can slide this butt of this rod underneath it. And it also, so it rests on here, and you can see it, the wire doesn't get crushed. And then I have the wire going in here. I had another one of these little gadgets here where I have the wire going in all nice and neat. And this little bungee cord here that I added, I made a loop at the end, and the reason for that is during transport, when I'm headed to the water, I just lay my transducer here, put the seat down, and then I can hook it to my little J-hook on my front hatch cover. And it keeps the seat from coming up with the wind, and also holds my transducer securely. I don't have an anchor on this particular kayak I have, because I freshwater fish, I use what they call this brush anchor. You can just hook it on to any branch, anything coming out the water, marsh grass, whatever. And what I did, the other end of it, I added a piece of bungee to a carabiner, and then I mounted these pad rods on both sides of my kayak, depending on which side I want to anchor to. Of course, underneath the string, that is. That way, the bungee kind of gives the kayak like a little shock absorber feature. It works perfect. And of course, I just store it like you just seen me pull it out the back of this little thing. It stores it in there pretty good. I carry this little waterproof box from Walmart for $6. This fits in the pocket of my life vest. I carry my fishing license and my cell phone in here, so it's nice and protected and on me at all times. This looks like compact quarters. I've had somebody ask me about that already. I'm 5'6". My feet stop here. I guess if you're taller, it won't work for you, what I have here set up. Also, I wear water fishing sandals, whatever. If I wore regular shoes, tennis shoes, or even some kind of boots, this would not work for me, because it would be, there's no way you could get your feet in here. But wearing some compact sandals or water shoes, you can kind of wiggle your feet in here, and then once they're in there, you're good to go. It's perfect. I never had any issues other than that. But anyway, I kind of like my little setup here. It works perfect, as I keep mentioning. So anyway, if anybody got any ideas from my video here, feel free to share it, because I've taken ideas, bits and pieces from other videos that I've watched, and everybody has great ideas. It's just that everybody fishes in different terrain, fishes different species, and what works for me may not work for you, vice versa. Anyway, thanks for watching my video. Be safe on the water.